Welcome to episode 86 of the Radio Control Show.
Sponsored by amainhobbies.com, your one-stop RC hobby store.
Whether it's full-size or RC, onboard cameras are always cool. Check out this interesting perspective that shows the suspension of a Traxxas Rustler being worked as it blasts away at high speed.
Gasoline-powered RC helis are popular choices for scale lovers. But what about if you have rolls, loops, and big air moves in your bag of tricks? The new Spectra G has a 20cc 3D Max gas engine and a CNC machine main rotor head for smooth control. The Spectra G from Miniature Aircraft is featured in the February issue of Model Airplane News and sets a new standard for gas-powered acrobatics.
While wrapping up the 2010 NASCAR season, Kyle Busch and a few of his fellow drivers took some time out of their busy schedules to relax by doing what they love most, racing. This time it was on the water at the track with Traxxas Spartan boats.
Traxxas and myself, we come up with the idea that come out here and race some Traxxas vehicles. We figured we'd just kind of, open the realm up a little bit to something besides cars, and here on the lake at Homestead was a perfect opportunity to do that, having it right inside the racetrack and being able to come out here and whip some boats around on the water.
We're green! T-boat connecting that. This is going to be a tight loop boat.
Somebody had a shortcut.
We get to go.
The name Cessna is synonymous with reliable civilian aircraft. With a big radial engine in its nose, the classic 195 is one of the most attractive monoplanes to sport the Cessna logo. For the RC giant scale fan, the new 90-inch span Cessna 195R from Aeroworks is sure to be just as popular as its full-scale counterpart. The full flight test and review is in the February issue of Model Airplane News.
The February issue of Radio Control Car Action magazine is just hit and it's packed full of exciting articles and great action photography. We have an in-depth review of the Losi 22, tear up the dirt with an electric monster trucks from HPI Racing, Kyosho, and Traxxas, and more. Head to your local hobby shops, newsstands, or AriesStore.com and pick up your copy today. This video falls into the Don't Try This at Home category, which of course means it's a must-watch clip.
Back up.
Head on over to rccaraction.com/rcshowsweeps and modelairplanenews.com/rcshowsweeps. Fill out the forms and enter these promo codes. Good luck.
Painting a Lexan body is actually really easy to do if you're doing solid colors. All you need to do is spray a few light coats until you have full coverage and you're good to go. The real magic happens in the masking, and I'm going to give you a few tips to get the most out of it. Now you can see with this body I've done some masking already to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. And in this situation I've used Parma Fast Tape to go ahead and mask out my stripe. And in the curved areas of the body, you'll see that the tape will lift. So what I like to do is mask it, wait a dig, and then come back and see where the tape has lifted. Now, you can go ahead and push that back down and have it flat, but when you're spraying your paint, it's gonna lift during that process and you'll get paint under there. So what I like to do is take my knife, find the area that's lifted, and just kind of run it along here and cut that. And then I'll just push it back down. But you see I have a little gap there. Now I just come behind with another piece of tape, fill that gap, and it won't lift again. Sometimes when you have a mask that has multiple layers, like from Parma or XXX Main, or like this one that I made for my body, when you put it down into the body and you have curved surfaces, and even if you have a flat surface, you'll sometimes see that you'll get gaps in between where all the cuts are. And if you go ahead and spray your paint, you're gonna get paint on those gaps and it's gonna look horrible when you're done. So what I like to do is take a little liquid mask and brush it onto all those gaps. I do about 3 coats on all the gaps just to make sure that it's sealed and it won't get paint in there. And then when you go to pull the mask off, the liquid mask will easily come off. Sometimes when you're laying down a stencil like I have here on the hood of my truck, it's hard to judge how straight it is when you're putting it in from the back side. And also it's hard to find the center sometimes. So what I like to do is either use a piece of masking tape or even a marker and a ruler. And I mark a straight edge on the outside of the body where I want the stencil to go. And now you have a straight line to follow from the inside when you're putting on your mask. Making sure your masking job is done properly will take a little extra time, but it really pays off in the end.
Remember to head to your local hobby shop or newsstand for the February issues of Radio Control Car Action and Model Airplane News.
You can also check out rccaraction.com and modelairplanenews.com for everything you covered this week.
Thanks again for joining us on the Radio Control Show.
And have a happy holiday season.
We'd like to take a moment to congratulate the following Radio Control Show sweepstakes winners.
And have a happy, that threw me for a loop. I wasn't ready for that.
He said it and have a hobby.
Well, this week I have no movie reviews. Well, although Grandma's Boy is pretty good. And then, of course, you got The Hangover, which is, hilarious. I keep adding words.